Amid escalating US tariffs and rising global economic uncertainty, India and China are cautiously testing the waters of cooperation. Beijing's top diplomat Wang Yi arrived in New Delhi carrying a personal message and invitation from President Xi Jinping for Prime Minister Narendra Modi to attend the SCO Summit in Tianjin. With trade frictions reshaping geopolitics, this outreach could pave the way for a meeting between PM Modi and President Xi that may define Asia's role in the emerging world order. Take a look.
As global economic uncertainties grow, India and China are cautiously recalibrating their ties. With Washington imposing fresh tariffs on Chinese goods and trade frictions escalating, Beijing is turning to strengthen neighborhood diplomacy. In this backdrop, Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi arrived in New Delhi for a crucial round of engagements with India's leadership. He first held talks with External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar and National Security Advisor Ajit Doval before calling on Prime Minister Narendra Modi. During the meeting, Wang Yi conveyed a personal message and extended an invitation from President Xi Jinping for the upcoming SCO Summit in Tianjin. Prime Minister Modi emphasized the importance of peace and tranquility along the border, reiterating India's commitment to a fair and mutually acceptable resolution of the boundary question. He also welcomed the positive momentum in ties since his meeting with President Xi in Kazan last year, including the resumption of the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra. By accepting President Xi's invitation, Prime Minister Modi has set the stage for a high-profile Modi-Xi meeting in Tianjin later this year. He underlined that stable, predictable and constructive ties between India and China are essential for regional stability and global prosperity. This sense of renewed stability was reinforced by NSA Ajit Doval, who pointed to the calm on the borders and a strong momentum in ties over the past 9 months.
I had a wonderful meeting in the last round in Beijing. And I'm very happy that since then, in the last 9 months, there has been an upward trend. Borders have been quiet. There have been peace and tranquility. Our bilateral engagements have been more substantial. And we are most grateful to our leaders who, in Kazan, in October last, were able to set a new trend, and we have profited a lot since then. The new environment that has been created has helped us in moving ahead in the various areas that we were working on.
Both India and China agreed to establish a new working group on border affairs, hold consultations on demarcations, and inject greater predictability into their ties. They also decided to resume direct flights and boost trade and investment as the neighbors look to repair relations strained by the 2020 border clash.
Having seen a difficult period in our relationship, Excellency, our two nations now seek to move ahead. This requires a candid and constructive approach from both sides. In that endeavor, we must be guided by the three mutuals: mutual respect, mutual sensitivity, and mutual interest. Differences must not become disputes, nor competition conflict.
Against the backdrop of rising global uncertainty and Washington's unpredictable foreign policy under President Donald Trump, the two Asian giants are cautiously but steadily strengthening engagement through a series of high-level visits.
This meeting is extremely important because it's happening at a time when the world is in a flux, in turmoil. Trump tariffs are causing impact. And India has recently been seeing some signals from the United States with which we are not very happy. So all countries are looking to recalculate. Even China is looking to recalculate its relations with America and with the rest of the global South and with India. So coming at this juncture of history in early 21st century, because we are seeing the creation of a new world order, so it will depend upon how well India and China get along and how much India and China can together influence the emerging world order.
For India and China, the road ahead will not be without challenges, but the current momentum signals a pragmatic effort to manage differences and expand cooperation. As both nations prepare for Prime Minister Modi's visit to Tianjin, the world will be watching closely how this renewed dialogue shapes not just bilateral ties but also the contours of an emerging global order.